Welcome back to Street Smart. As Hans Nichols reported earlier, 44 Republican senators have fired a shot across the bow at President Obama as he prepares to submit a new nominee for the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau. They say they won't confirm anyone from either party unless the agency is overhauled. The ranking Republican on the Senate Banking Committee, Richard Shelby of Alabama, joins us now from Capitol Hill. Senator, thank you so much for joining us. We appreciate it here on Street Smart. You know, Hans Nichols, our White House reporter earlier, telling us that this is a means of you forcing or daring the president into a recess appointment of Elizabeth Warren. What do you say to that?
Well, I would hope not, but, you know, the president can operate any way he wants to under the Constitution. But on the other hand, what the 44 of us, sending our letter to the president to tell him that we have strong feelings about this agency that was created, the way it was created, the power that it has, all vested in one person, accountable to no one, not subject to appropriations. And what we think that we need desperately here are some structural changes. And if he wants to deal with us, we'd like to deal with him. He's always got the right to as he'd say, a recess appointment, but that thwarts the whole system, and you have a recess appointee and you have a weak appointee.
You know, Senator Shelby, there's a couple of things you're going after with this letter. I mean, one of the things is you now want funding to go through Congress for this bureau. I mean, doesn't that defeat the purpose? Wouldn't it rob it of its independence?
Oh, no, there's nothing wrong with independence, but just about all the agencies that I recall offhand are subject to the appropriation process. In other words, some oversight. There's no oversight, no accountability on this. There's so much power put in unprecedented in one person. This has to change, and I believe it will change, either soon or a little later. We'd like to see it soon.
Senator, you are concerned because this CFPB will have the authority to regulate any person or business that offers or sells a financial product or service. That's a hugely broad definition and could be taken to mean almost anything. Would you be happy if they just were more specific in their goal and their job here and their oversight? Absolutely.
That's what we tried to do last year in the debate when we had Dodd-Frank up. But we were run over, and now it's a different ball game. We have the House, we have more Republicans, and I believe this is very important to the job creation of the future. Also, we have to think of safety and soundness of some of these financial institutions. Well, a lot of them are close now.
I kind of wish we had done that about 3 or 4 or 5 years ago, and then we wouldn't have maybe had to get to this point. I mean, what is it that you're so worried about in terms of how this is set up?
Ma'am, first of all, no accountability. This person, whoever it would be, I've always said would have more power probably than anybody in America over our financial institutions, everything. Secondly, it needs a board of directors or something to look after them. And thirdly, we need some legislation in there to say whatever they do, they have to consider the safety and soundness of our financial institutions. We don't need more bank failures. We need jobs. We don't need a consumer czar that's going to run roughshod over our financial institutions. We need accountability. This legislation is a terrible piece of legislation.
Sounds like this conversation far from over. Senator Shelby, thank you so much. We appreciate it.